Welcome to the genre bender. Today, we bow before the true queen, Aretha Franklin, the voice that became the symbol of an era and the ultimate anthem for human dignity. But her path to the throne wasn't easy. For years, producers tried to cage her within the confines of refined lounge jazz, failing to grasp the primal power hidden within. We're breaking down 18 original masterpieces to see how Aretha shattered studio templates by fusing gospel, searing blues, and pop. Through the lens of AI, we visualize these great sonic fractures. Let's go. Are you ready to watch? Make yourself comfortable. Like and subscribe to the channel.
Next song.
I've heard those rumors.
I'm Losing You.
In holding on.
We begin with the era when Columbia Records desperately tried to mold a young Aretha into a commercial pop diva. Yet, even through strict, polished arrangements, her untamable nature broke through, ready to burst free at any moment.
Then don't tell me.
Recorded in her early period, this interpretation of R&B classic shows Aretha searching for her style. Her signature melismas and hidden pain are already audible, but the jazz orchestration of the producers still restrains this avalanche of emotion. The track is full of suppressed drama.
Say it's not true. No.
For our channel, this is the bend of constraint. We use AI to visualize the artist's internal tension, the rigid studio walls cracking under the sheer force of her vocals. Aretha takes an outside theme and saturates it with soul aesthetics, proving genre boundaries were too small for her.
Next song. Shoop, Shoop. Producers continued forcing her to cover pop hits, hoping for easy chart success. But Aretha didn't just copy, she completely deconstructed each song, turning lighthearted tracks into profound personal dramas.
A lighthearted 60s girl group hit gains unexpected weight in Aretha's hands. Her powerful, confident vocals strip away the song's adolescent naivety, turning the track into a mature statement from a woman who knows exactly what she wants from love. A perfect pop transformation. This is a pop fracture. The AI visualization highlights this contrast, the glossy world of variety entertainment colliding with the raw, pulsing energy of a soul singer. Franklin bends the lightweight genre, filling it with world-class vocal mastery that makes pop sound monumental.
Next song. Can't You Just See Me?
Sometimes, pure drive peeked through the forced repertoire. This next track shows how Aretha could accelerate the tempo and force stiff arrangements to move to the beat of her own wild and unstoppable heartbeat. A fast, dynamic track where Aretha literally races against the brass section. The dense rhythm and frequent shifts in intonation showcase her incredible vocal flexibility. Here, she comes closest to the explosive sound that would soon bring her global fame. This is a rhythmic bend. We use neural networks to create a vivid, high-speed visual sequence where every vocal passage leaves a trail of light. A case of a singer subjugating a chaotic pop arrangement, turning it into a proving ground for her fantastic technique.
Next song. Won't Be Long. But Aretha's true roots always lay in her father's church, where she sang gospel since childhood. She managed to bring this religious ecstasy even into secular, entertaining pieces, making the audience shudder at the depth of the sound.
One of the first Columbia singles where the influence of church gospel is unmistakable. Fast piano riffs and shouts in the background create the atmosphere of a Southern revival. Aretha sings as if her soul's salvation is at stake, not just a spot on the charts.
I've been so lonesome since the man has been gone.
This is a sacred fracture. We visualize this track through images of old wooden churches soaring into space under the pressure of a sound wave. Aretha bends secular pop rock by grafting the spiritual depth of black musical tradition onto it.
I ain't had no loving since you know it.
Next song, Mockingbird. Duets and classic folk motifs were also in her arsenal. Covering well-known standards, she stripped away their pastoral simplicity, adding a signature Southern grit and a hard blues foundation.
A well-known folk rock tune becomes a vocal duel in Aretha's hands. Her delivery, bold, snapping, with a hint of rasp, completely overrides the softness of the original. She announces herself as a force the industry must reckon with. This is a dialogue bend. A generation recreates the image of singing birds transforming into steel storm clouds under the pressure of her voice. This case shows Aretha breaking the mold of the obedient student, making the sound dirty but incredibly alive.
If you liked the video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the Genre Bender channel.
Next song,
Won't you walk through, baby, I got it.
Respect.
Hey, baby, just a little bit, get home, just a little more, yeah.
1967, the move to Atlantic Records. Producer Jerry Wexler makes a genius move. He simply sits Aretha at the piano and lets her be herself. Thus, the greatest anthem of freedom in music history is born.
I want you to do for me, give it to me when you get hungry.
An Otis Redding cover that Aretha completely reimagined. By shifting the context from male to female and adding the defiant RESPECT spell out, she created a manifesto for feminism and civil rights. Her voice here is pure triumph and absolute authority.
Just a little bit, and we're on.
The quintessence of our channel, a social fracture. We visualize this track through powerful golden streams of energy shattering chains. Aretha bent another man's song so thoroughly that the author himself admitted the song now belonged only to her.
Ooh, we can sing so sweet and high.
Next song,
Take me to heart,
Do Right Woman, Do Right Man.
body can make me.
But the Queen's power wasn't just in her thunderous shout. She possessed a delicate, vulnerable lyricism. She could sing in a whisper, yet that whisper got under the listener's skin deeper than any drum kick crash.
She's not just a plaything, she's flesh and blood.
Recorded at the legendary Muscle Shoals studio, this ballad is the peak of Southern soul. Organ accompaniment and Aretha's tender but firm vocals create an intimate atmosphere. The song demands respect, balancing between religious reverence and earthly passion.
And I'll always love.
This is an emotional bend. Eye imagery here will be warm and analog, recreating the aesthetic of rain on glass and flickering candles. A case of Aretha bending the country soul structure into a deep psychological drama about mutual respect.
Just like a man. And if you wanna do,
Next song,
I used to feel so.
A Natural Woman.
Lord, it made me feel so tired.
Great co-writers felt her genius instinctively. When Carole King wrote this piece, she had no idea Aretha would turn it from a pretty pop sketch into a grand, epic canvas about the rebirth of the human soul.
I didn't know just what was wrong with me.
A stunning ballad where Aretha's vocals swell from a quiet confession to a triumphant finale. Every word breathes sincerity. While the musical fabric is woven from strings and soft piano, it is Franklin's voice that makes this an immortal anthem.
You made me feel so good inside.
This is a rebirth bend. The neural network visualizes gardens blooming in the desert under the first rays of the sun. A case of pop-ballad-to-soul-magic. The original recording demonstrates absolute vocal control and incredible depth.
You're happy, I don't need to do more because you make me.
Next song.
The moment I wake up,
I Say a Little Prayer.
I come with my head now and wondering which dress.
Challenging Dionne Warwick's repertoire and Burt Bacharach's rigid style seemed like madness, but Aretha knew no fear. She took an existing hit and added so much swing and air that the song lived a completely different life.
And will God just take me sometime? No.
A light, soaring composition where Aretha demonstrates perfect rhythmic timing. The call and response with the sweet inspirations creates a live dialogue effect. The song is filled with life, despite its complex time signature and atypical pop structure. This is a harmonic fracture. We visualize this track through a kaleidoscope of pastel tones and drifting clouds created by AI. Franklin bends a refined pop standard into a dynamic soul masterpiece.
Next song.
Always
Dr. Feelgood.
go and help them find somebody for themselves.
True blues isn't just sadness, it is purification through pain. In this next case, Aretha sits at the piano to tell a story you cannot help but believe. This is pure improvisational magic without filters.
Every once in a while.
A powerful blues track co-written by Aretha herself. Her piano playing here is as vital as her vocals. She sings of passion and healing, driving the listener to catharsis with her cries and moans. It is the gold standard of raw, honest black blues. This is a blues fracture. The AI visual sequence plunges us into the smoky gloom of a late night club where the walls pulse in time with the music. A case of the right to be outspoken. Aretha bends traditional blues, saturating it with sexual energy and absolute freedom.
Yeah, if I can. Yeah.
Next song.
You better think about what you're trying to do to me.
Think.
Even though you couldn't have been too much more than 10. I ain't no psychiatrist.
Freedom was the central theme of her life. When she needed to state her rights as loudly as possible, she wrote songs that made stadiums explode. This track is pure adrenaline, sweeping away everything in its path.
Around everything, playing games, taking scores, trying to make other people lose.
An explosive, fierce track written by Aretha. A snapping rhythm, powerful brass, and the famous chorus where she literally calls on people to use their minds. This is music of colossal power that became a soundtrack for the global struggle for equality.
This ain't no doctor with degrees, but it don't take too much IQ.
This is an energetic fracture. The neural network creates images of lightning strikes and running neon flames. A case of a self-penned track becoming a social weapon. Aretha bent R&B into a universal anthem of liberation.
Without each other, ain't nothing even to do.
Next song. Chain of Fools. Aretha's live performances were a religion unto themselves. On stage, she completely lost track of time, turning 3-minute studio records into endless shamanic rituals full of ecstasy and improvisation.
A live version of her famous hit, the iconic guitar riff sounds dirtier and tougher, while the backing vocals create a wall of sound. Aretha stretches phrases, plays with the audience, and pushes the tempo to the brink. This is soul in its most primal, concert manifestation.
I thought you were my man.
This is a concert fracture. Eye visualization conveys the energy of the crowd and the silhouettes of musicians dissolving into sound waves. A case of how live performance bends and reshapes the studio original.
I might
Next song.
Darling, you send me,
You Send Me.
honest you do, honest you. Oh, baby, you.
A tribute to her teachers. When Aretha took on the legacy of the great Sam Cooke, it wasn't just a cover. It was an intimate conversation between two geniuses across generations, united by shared pain and quiet joy.
Me, baby, you send me, you move me.
A reimagining of Cook's classic, Aretha slows the tempo, emphasizing every breath. Her delivery is warm, enveloping, with a light jazz flair. She removes the song's former lightness, turning it into a monumental confession of love and inner strength.
Thrill me, hey, baby.
This is a respectful bend. We use neural networks to create floating golden retro images symbolizing the continuity of generations. Aretha bends the male canon of soul music to fit her female optics.
You got everything, take the wind, baby. And when you
If you like the video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the Genre Bender channel.
Next song.
Knowing that your door is always open and your path is free.
Gentle on My Mind.
or something that somebody said, because the time
Soul can penetrate anywhere, even the ultra-conservative world of white country music. In this next case, Aretha takes a well-known cowboy ballad and turns it into a black church sermon, shocking the purists of Nashville.
when they turn around and fly.
John Hartford's country masterpiece changes beyond recognition in Aretha's hands. The rapid-fire delivery of the verses is swept up by a powerful soul groove and a funky bass line. She completely erases the country texture, proving a good melody has no racial or genre boundaries.
It's like bringing to some rocks that I've been playing.
This is a cross-genre fracture. The AI visualization shows the merging of Kentucky fields with the neon streets of Detroit. Aretha bent white folk country so effortlessly that the industry had to acknowledge her universal talent.
That you're moving on the back road, the rivers of my memory.
Next song,
I love you.
Call Me.
You get there.
The early 70s, Aretha begins writing much more of her own material, revealing herself as a mature composer and poet. Her music becomes more complex, introspective, and filled with deep personal experiences.
Do you know that?
An incredible ballad entirely written by Franklin after seeing the young couple on the street. Soft keys, strings, and a piercing vocal that conveys both longing and hope. This is mature, sophisticated music from a woman who learned to speak of her vulnerability without shouting.
Baby, when
This is an authorial bend. Neural network images recreate the aesthetic of a lonely evening city and telephone wires glowing with emotion. A case of the Queen's gift for composition.
because you're taking me with you.
Next song,
Don't play that song for me.
Don't Play That Song.
Those days that I spent with you. Oh no!
Sometimes a song is the best way to settle scores with the past. In this track, Aretha sounds angry and ironic, turning an old pop standard into a harsh accusation from which no liar can hide.
No more. I can't play. Don't play it no more.
A Benny King cover fueled by Franklin's personal fury. A fast rhythm, aggressive backing vocal stabs, and dominant piano. Aretha sings of betrayal so sharply that the song turns into a thriller. Her voice here is a punishing sword.
Cause it brings back memories.
This is a dramatic fracture. We visualize the track through AI as shattering vinyl records and whirlwinds of musical notes. A case of the therapeutic power of soul. Aretha bent an old song into a personal manifesto of purification.
No more. No more. I
Next song,
trouble the wild.
Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Still waters run deep. Listen.
turning a great Simon and Garfunkel pop folk anthem into a massive epic mass for Aretha. It was a natural step. She returned this song to where it originally drew its inspiration, the bosom of spiritual gospel.
A monumental cover version opening with a long electric piano solo. She adds a powerful church choir and completely shifts the emphasis. The song transforms from friendly support into divine salvation. This is the absolute peak of her vocal mastery. This is a spiritual bend. Eye visualization shows grand bridges of pure light spanning raging dark oceans. Franklin bent a white pop hymn so deeply that she returned it to its true black spiritual roots.
Next song,
I can feel your.
Mr. Spain.
I can touch your white.
We conclude our marathon with a rare gem from her late transition period. A time when Aretha flirted with new funk textures and cinematic soul, keenly preparing for the challenges of the coming disco era.
I can speak your.
A mysterious, atmospheric track with a deep bass groove and complex jazz harmony. Aretha's vocals are more insinuating and theatrical. It sounds like a soundtrack to an unmade 70s war film, demonstrating her readiness to experiment with form and mood.
Blackness and your manhood.
This is a cinematic bend. We use neural networks to create enigmatic images in the style of retro detectives and smoky silhouettes. The Queen of Soul could bend even the most exotic genre forms while remaining unmistakably herself.
Language, if you listen.
Aretha Franklin proved that true talent cannot be held within the limits of a single genre or studio contract. She took pop, country, blues, and jazz, passed them through the fire of her gospel experience, and bent them as her great soul required. On the genre bender, we value this uncompromising honesty in music. Aretha's original tracks remain a benchmark, and with the help of AI, we have attempted to give their meanings a new visual form. Thank you for walking the path of the Queen with us. Subscribe, like, and tell us which fracture of her voice moved you the most. See you next time.
If you liked the video, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the Genre Bender channel.